Is Assassin's Creed an RPG series now? Probably it is. But in 2023 the pattern was broken, and just 2 years later Ubisoft doubled down with a free DLC that turned Mirage into a full-blown classic AC title. Today I'll show you why it's absolutely worth playing right now, but before we get into it, hello there people, it's European Gamer here and welcome to my channel. Let me start with this. This game wasn't even supposed to happen. Yeah, you heard me right. The only reason it exists is because the devs at Ubisoft Bordeaux pushed Ubisoft to make a full game instead of a tiny little Valhalla DLC. And thank God they did, because even though you can clearly see a few issues coming from the fact that Mirage was flipped into a standalone title pretty late, we still ended up with one of the best AC games in years, and the only recent one that actually lives up to its name. Because this game is built for stealth, the way Assassin's Creed was meant to be played. And if you try to play it like Odyssey or any other RPG style AC, let me tell you this, your life in Baghdad will be miserable. But first thing first, AC is about parkour, so how does Mirage hold up? After the free DLC, for the very first time since AC3 back in 2012, we finally have free jump again. That means the game takes a step back from the fully automated parkour system, the one that caused so much trouble and made parkour feel imprecise. And this one change, which looks insignificant on paper, completely transformed the experience. You finally feel in control, not only of how you move, but the whole expression of your parkour. And it's easily twice as fast, a double win considering that lore-wise, Basim is the fastest assassin in the entire series. Another great thing gameplay-wise is combat, because it's terrible. Wait, what is this guy talking about? Why is that great? Well, it's great because it's part of the game design with one job, forcing you to go stealth. And it does that job extremely well. It's based on classic counter mechanics, but with a twist. There are now two types of enemy attacks, each countered in a completely different way. So, you'll miss a lot, especially when you are fighting 3 or more enemies at the same time. The more the merrier, but the moment a 4th enemy shows up, you may as well start writing your will. Another classic system they improved is pickpocketing. Now it's an arcade-style minigame, sometimes easy, sometimes actually tricky, instead of just holding a single button like in the old games. And pickpocketing matters, because Mirage introduces faction favor tokens for the first time in the series, and pickpocketing is the only way to get them. There are 3 types, and they let you recruit groups of thieves or fighters on the street, just like AC2 through Black Flag, and these groups can make your stealth runs much easier. Speaking of stealth, it's genuinely satisfying, assuming you like this type of games, of course. Social stealth is back in a big way, and you have a rich set of tools. Classic smoke bombs, which I really missed, throwing knives, firecrackers, and so on. And every single tool can be upgraded the way you want. Do you want enemies to fall asleep, get poisoned, go berserk like some rage demon living deep inside them? The choice is yours. And for the very first time in ages, you can build a kit that's actually true to the creed, meaning you only kill your main targets. And the enemy AI? It's good enough most of the time. Random civilians on the street sometimes have the intelligence of a potato, but honestly, in a game where every mission has a specific stealth purpose, it's really not a problem. But Assassin's Creed isn't only about gameplay, we all know it. So, what about the story without spoilers? At its core, it's about Basim asking one simple question. Who am I? Is it the past that defines me or the future? He finds himself torn between his mentor and his closest friend, each of them having a different vision of who he's supposed to become. With the free DLC update, Basim finally gained the depth he was missing, because now the story touches on his search for his long-lost father, and the DLC does a great job of articulating the conflict inside him even more. If I wanted to be picky, I would say the story has two issues: the beginning and the ending, or more precisely, their pacing. They are simply too fast for my taste, and these are the exact moments where you can tell the game originally started as a DLC for Valhalla. But overall, it absolutely doesn't ruin the experience. The story is written very well, and the emotional beats land exactly where they should. But Basim isn't the only main hero here, because the second one is Baghdad. And let me tell you this, it's easily on par with Alexandria from Origins or Paris from Unity. But it actually has more in common with Alexandria for one simple reason. It's a recreation of a world that completely vanished over the centuries. It simply doesn't exist today. The Mongol invasion in the 13th century didn't exactly help, and neither did the fact that Arabic architecture at the time relied heavily on perishable materials. Today, all we have left are fragments, the foundations of some fortifications and one major mosque. So, seeing this city restored to its full glory in Mirage is honestly beautiful. And in this part, Ubisoft absolutely nailed it, as always. And the NPCs, while sometimes dumb as a bag of potatoes, actually do a great job of making the city feel alive. You'll see people doing their everyday work, carrying stuff around, laying out carpets and all kind of things. And speaking of carpets, they actually bend when you walk over them. A cool little detail. The creme de la creme is the music you hear from time to time while exploring. Pure Arabic nostalgia for a world you'll never see in real life. And what really strikes me is how the series keeps the same musical flavor through the years, even though Ubisoft rotates composers like it's a tradition at this point. Last but not least, while Mirage is a 20-hour game at its core, it still has some really cool replayability features and challenges to keep you playing longer. New Game Plus gives you special rewards, including some very cool customizable items. And the animal sequences added in the free DLC let you replay every contract and assassination, bringing back the mission challenges introduced in Brotherhood. The more challenges you complete, the more bonuses you unlock, including Animus hacks. Yes, Animus hacks are back. And yeah, I know people hate that chain kill mechanic, and trust me, I wasn't planning to skip on that topic, but here is the thing. I personally like it. The idea is simple. These are Animus glitches popping up because Basim was just too fast in real life for the Animus to keep up. The fastest assassin in the whole series, remember? But I get the point people make. Stealth would definitely be more challenging without it. Still here? Go play it! This game really deserves a shot, because who knows when we'll get a true assassin like this again. And tell me, despite the controversies, I've heard a lot of people say Shadows is the best entry in the entire series. I haven't played Shadows yet, so no spoilers, but what's your take? And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to check out the other one, where I talk about a forgotten Rockstar gem, Max Payne 3, and why it's still an absolute masterpiece. Thanks for watching, people, and I'll see you in the next one.